Malaila mali e aho e ki moelele i Tonga hono kotoa, whiawhia ke o taritali lele ki mo tolu, ke o mo ngahi o ngō mo letio, kai o maa e televisone Tonga ki he hoani. I he wakaiko ia ki ngahi ulo i o ngō. Ma o he kaupolisi ha sino o ha whiwhine kone o se mālolo i he elia, kolomotu a elia whitu uku ia hala o wawe a niafi. Tui e supervisor whaiwhili o kuke iei peto wa lahi hele sisita whiliko na o si mālolo o kaunga ki he holo lahi ai peseti o he whili. Pea unuhi atu e whiwhine konga Tonga na whanu usila ke nei kona ai whaiongongo o e tau i hapolo kalama whoaki pale anu usila. O kuda iepe ngahi talanoa kehe na yangi pehe ai tau wakai ki ngahi o ngongo me he mala e oi sipoti kai o maa e tōnga ko ia oi ea. Ko e wakailewa e niki he whai ki iki, ko au Liliani Polutele. O kutui supervisor whaiwhili koe holo i he peseti o ki nau toru ne kau atu ki he whili me e tō lahi whakatoa o ki nau toru na e lesi sita. Koe mātuunga me he e nau tui, o kuke iai pe ai kakai ko nau osi mālolo ka oku te eki malawa ke tooho nau ngahi hingoa me he pepa lesi sita e komson whili ki he whili whalealea. Koe hoha e ni e komson whili koe hui ke tuunga mā ulalo, ne iei e tokolahi o e kakaine nau kau ki he whili i he ahua noa o Novema i a mahino koe holo lahi eni me he tuunga ne iei i ngahi tau kua hili. Pehe he supervisor whaiwhili pita wuki o kunau tokanga ki he hāmai koini ai holo ki nau tolu o kunau kau atu ki he whili i a mahino o ku whima oia ke whapapau i ai whika to tonu koini o ki nau tolu kua lesi sita mo ki nau tolu o ku nau kau mai koia ki he whili, ke whapapau i pe o ku tonu ai whika koine o ku mao o makeheangi me teki nau tolu koia ku osi mālolo.
Ia me ko Tongatapu ni ana si e ni manoa, me whaanga fulu tupu pe. Ko tahi ene ki sai ne awe ono ngo fulu tupu. Kamata bei, wawa moha pai, e ua me o niua. E ko tongani nei ki tō lalo ai. Me tatau pe uwa he ngai hongo fulu ni Tongatapu ni. Me he whaanga fulu tupu pe. Kono mo ni ko e taluba me he wafi hongo fulu. E ka wafi hongo fulu na au ia ke pese te hiba taha. E ka kai le sisita na nau kau koe ki he whiri o e ako ia. Pe tau whanonga mai ai, tau whiri e wafi e tā whā, wafi tā whitu, wafi wata. Mai holo peki lalo, ai whika ia ko ia. E ka whiri koe wafi e wataha, na pese te pe e o noa. Me koe tau ni lewa, na pese te ni manoa. Mahalo pe o ke ai pēha ngai uhinga. Kau te kei ke toi whai ha sio le lei ki ai ke whiri koe tau ni. Pena e koe haa nai ngai uhinga to tonu koe. Nai kei ke tō lai whiungai. Kakai oi whanuana lawa o hanau whakau ngai e whainga maari koe ni. Ke lawa whakakato e nau whiri e ahu wanoa.
O ku te eki mahino mai i roroto ngani tō lahi o kakai whiwhine mo i kakai tangata pē tō utupu ni nau kau atu ki he whili i mahino ku kei whai a hono whamaapo opo. Neongo e nika ku whai e wakai ke uhi koe kahau ke whalele i ta whaaki ki hono whakapapau i o e lesi sita ke mahino ai tō lahi to tonu e kakai ke kau ki he whili. Pehe e woki o ku kau keni whia ma o ke wakai i na au ku toko lahi kakai kona osi mālolo ka ku te eki ke to'o mei he lesi sita ia mahino e mātuunga mi he kakai o e whunua ai whengai akini a ki hono whakakato lewa o ngahi tohi tamatei o e kau pekia. Mahino pe koe kawingani o ku whai e whengai aki ai mo e waa le sisita ko ia i he whakamau anga ka o ku iai peni i heu te eki ke mao ai ngahi tohi tamatei ko ia i kau pekia. I ke ngatai ka ku whai me wakai na amalawa ke osi pe hata o whili e ua pe tolu pe toe whafo o e pepa lesi sita.
Koe rolo koe nia, i angai ku tōi mo ku si mo ku wakai ke iai me kau pekia. Na koe taha e uhinga koe tau sio e ke whika koe Turnout o ku ngari maulalo. Koe ngana ku futoko lahi tau kau. E tau lesi tau, e whika e koe tau lesi tau. Nau tatonu kei lalo i koe ngak, e te neanga lewa o e sia e taim kou tau calculate e Turnout. E ka pau maolunga. Ka koe whikai to tonu kei lalo, Wai whahinga ko nau wholau. Hange koe whahinga ko nau wholau he ngai proklama ngā wai whakataimi ki mūri. Kau kei loto beni, ngai hingoa koe ia. Pea kau hi o koe ke tau lama provide facilities i mūri ke nau kau he whiri. Ko koe tau whiri whuko ko tau tolu pe koe tongani. E koe ngai hingoa pehe ia. Une kau e ngai umakai. Une ngai au whetoa ke anga peseti koe ke nau. Ka wame koe wheui. Ko ngai me e to tonu ke whaia. Pasiwa tu ke hae kāu. Ke toi whaia no whaleri. Manko hange ko ku lamea ni nai. Ko taimu ke ospea fwoi whiri e ua pe tolu. Tau lesita fo ou. Neango koe whainga mea ku whakamore. Ka koe nā koe whaunga pēu lama to tonu ke tau makai ki ai na lama tokoni ke toi lele ange tau lesita.
Nengo ni ka e whai e he komsoni whili honau lelei taha ki he whakaraka mo e toi lelei ange e whiri whanelea i e kahau. Ke hike mau inga ai leo o i kakai ke tai taha whili honau whafofonga ke whafofonga i ki nau tono ki whalea lea. O kulorotonga whatatolo i he kau polisi e tupu anga o i malolo o hawhewhine ne maawatu hono sino. Kua kamata ke au ngā hōwhanga e whakatapu iha e lia i kolomotua a neafi ka ia waha o hala o wawe mō tofuenga. Ko hono whaha e ni e he tokoni komisiona polisi te vita vailea iha whakaike makehe mo ngongo ai letio mo televisione tonga iha pongipongi o e ahoni. Ko e whakaiki iki mo wahe whanua tōpola.
I hatalanohanga tonu e ngonga letio me televisione tonga i he pongpongi e ahoni ki he tokoni komisiona polisi te vita vailea ki Nandi Fisi ni whahae vailea e maua to e sino e pekiani e kau polisi a neafi i ha ataka i ofi ki a ki ano vai o whafofua na oshalau aho ne malolo.
Nei mau he abdang polisi koe Nuku'alofa a neafi whafofua ke osi e tahataha report me kolomotua area tofuenga ofi atu ki tawhaku ki halau wawe. Tawhakenu ki maulalo tau ku ngā anoa noi. Koe report me taha me mipa society o ku ne ilo ai sino upekia i he area. Nā ngāwe tika kau polisi o whapapau u mooni. E wakai kau polisi ki ai koe sino koe ni ko o silawaho ene i he wheitu koe ni pa ko kamata ke aunga ho whangatapu. O ikai ke lava ke identify pe whapapau i ano o tunga e tunga kone iei. E nei whai bea e ngāu ke e potu ngāu whataha pia mo e nihi me e mo tokataha me whanmahak pai ola. O ikua i ke awe a sino ki whanmahak. I whainga ke lava o identify pe whapapau.
Ne te pehe vai lea koe sino e pekiani ko whapapau i koe whiwhine, kau ke hoka tupeha no whatatolo i he kau polisi ai ka vingani.
A koe ne au koe ki a ne whiawhi, umahino koe tōtaha koe ni koe whiwhine, pea ku lava o mao e ngahi whaikiki me hono sino e tokoni ki hono whapapau ai tōtaha koe ni. Kau ku mahino mai pe i he tunga koe nuki ai, ko malu i he kau polisi ai crime scene, puka whitu koe nei mau ai ke hoko te whakatotolo. Kau ku i he tunga rotonga o ku lau pe he kau polisi koe o ke ai tunga ke whai ha huhu pe mahamahalo pe koe suspicious. I he tunga rotonga ka orewa ko maala ngahi ngā whamoni te mahino angai. Ko hoko te ngā wehe ahon. Ka kotu kua e pe ngā whamtaro a behoro i social media. Ka hoko te potu ngā wehe ahon no whengi whapapau i tawhakure.
Koe taha whoke ngahi pole e whatolo whahoko i kau polisi whika aki me ngahi ka vei ngā peheni. Koe lahi ona tu whakolo i media whasosiale ai ngahi whamatala o whika aki me ngahi ka vei ngā koia. O ne whahai e ne tapou o e mahu inga ki kakai e whonua ke whakapapa i e ni ihok nau pekia i ngahi ka veinga peheni.
Ko tu ko pore yo ko tau se tau rock me hon hui ko social media ko me teknologia wa nge ma wa nga formatala mo wa pe ko no atu ka kai ngai formatala i social media ka ko e dan da tau pe ko le po nga we ni ko ni e na kata ko pe malu ai ngai pa mo lang fai tangata o kina tolu pekia o hui o ku te gia ke tau lava o whapapau i ngai whai kiki tau te whito ke i ngai whamatala o ku te ki lava ke whapapau kai malawa ke ne takihala i ai kakai kau whenga e potu ngau no tūku ingat ke lava o maa wanga hai whamoni mo ngai moni mea ke whapapau i ngai mea koe nai hoko pēr mohono awe ke whamawanga o ka uku ia mea whelawe mai hia.
O kai foki ke ulak taimi eni ke maa watu hasino o hape kia peheni i eta uni pe au kore pot ngai polisi ai tokoni ke kai whunua ki hon o atu hangahi whamatala ke pot ngawe i ala tokoni ke whatatolo o knau whakahoko. Maa ngonga le teo me televisione Tonga ko au vai whunua tō Paula.
Ko i kuna ki vei tonga moho whoa Tongatapu e pita Valentine te wake tō ki mu ai whomu fitu e koris tonga ki e tau whaka ko wanoa wani mā. Ko i kuna eni e pita Valentine te wake tō ki mu ai ko angahilia ene i kuna ai ngahi lesoni eni mā. Ko i mahino eni tō ki mu ai ko i he kolisi hiri nge ia kakato ai o wau tāna ki tō ongai ako anga i he hoa tā ko ia o e ahoni. Ka koe whakaiki ki mo Petip Lake i Lolahia.
Koe aho o fia mai wale ia tamana i ai ngai whamili pehe ke whanau ako o i kolistonga i hei kuna ka whakawha mo mahu inga ko nau lakai i he whakaosinga o i tau whakaakoni. Koe tuu ki mua pe tax o ako anga, pita Valentine ta wake, nā nei kuna e ia ai lesoni lea whakapitania, lesoni physics, chemistry, calculus, ma lesoni computer. Nai whikaua ki ai a manu whiri o te whua Tongatapu, pia tolu a alo te ki towo o whanoifua haapai. Kono whake atu i ngāhi pale ke kautu ki mua i hako angani, koe whakawhi whakalanglangi no pele tu i hateiho. Ai ana ne mea heni o whakamalo i ai ngāhi whenga kotoa ni whakahoko e whanau ako, i tau whakako wanoa wani mā, o i kai ngata pe i he malai whakai atamai, kai pehe whoki ke ngahi malai ke hepe o i Moimoi.
Ki tau whakamahu i ngai, ai ngahi lava mea o i tau, o i kai, ki loki ako pe, kai whakakau mai, o i ngahi tapa kehe o i Moimoi, ai ngahi tare niti, o mō ngāwe lei aki, he tau whakako ko e ni. Koe mahu inga ia, o i ahoni. Koe whakamao o opo, ai ngā ue, ua whakahoko, he tau. Pia ko hono lea, osi, mo tae osi, katoa o tuu ki o runga. Oku ikai, ma upare pe, mo tufa certificate o ku mahu inga. He ahoni, ka oku iai, ai mea o ku mahu inga hangi. Koe whakawai, oku ke langa ki ho kahau. Koe aho kotoa pe oku ke hauai ki he ako. Re soni oku ke ako, tohi oku ke lau. Moe ngā uku kotoa pe oku ke whakahau. Ko tāna kia, ha maka, ki hono whakawai, ho kahau.
Lo tonga e nine whakamalo ia heni e he tūki mua o ako anga, pita tā wake, ai ngahi tokon ko tau pē ko whai e he kau whai ako pehe ke mātu a tau hi whanau, he kane tai oa ai ngahi ako naki mo talatalai whale ko nau whai, he kai kuna ai whenga o i tau ni.
Taru beu ako e weekend, mok tūbu a tamai, ko tātalo mau taimi o whanau mana mou. Ene pē, i gai te wan, Ngai te urea. Oi ua whan mahua hua guipu. Ne whafua ngma ui e tohi ngai tohi. Pana koe ngai te o ki ukātak. Ngai whengata ka ta pena whapakmi ai. Koe ki whatalahi tinga mutol kaurek. Utanga e akorolo tonga. Lea tau tūtalahi upehe. Kātaki, osio kātaki koe ki tak. Ka osio ki taki, hoko mea ki taki. Pa osko ki taki. Pea mana kerei. Te maa.
O whakafofua ke whanau ako i hiwangi au ua fulumanima, ko naula wai lelei ai ngahi whenga ako o i tau ni mehe kolistonga, o kamata pē mehe le volo form tolu ke form fitu, o kau ki ai me polokama ako whakateknikale. Pehe e he pule ako o ako anga o to o Tongatapu, ko au sia e kolisi ai whakaosinga o i tau, neongo ne lahi pē ai ngahi pole ne nau whehanga ngai moia i he whanunga anga. Kei kehene iai pē mo i ngahi pale kehene whakima keheange me ngahi pale i loki ako o kau ki ai asipoti mo i musika. Ma ai ngongo ai le tio me televisione Tonga, ko au Betty Blake i lolahia.
O ku holo ai totongi whakaloku fua o e lolo ki e mahina ti se ma. Ka e tō maope ai totongi whamowete vete koe ai lolo i he ngahi pausa. Ko e whapapau i eni me wa apule whiunga i poto ngā ue whi whakatau aki mo i langa whalakalaka whaekonomika ka koe whakaiki mo wahi whanua tōpola.
I he whamatala kutuk mai me poto ngā langa whalakalaka whaekonomika o whika aki mo i tu unga whamimui taha i te tongi e koloalolo ke mahina ti sema o hai a ia e holo i he te tongi whalukfua o e lolo ka e neonga e holo ko ia e ke i tu umaupe te tongi whamowete vete o lolo i ngahi pausa. I he totongi i whalukfua o holo ai pensini a ke sinite tolu poine wa tolu ki he lita. Holo ai kalasini a ke poine fitua o e seniti, pea holo ai tisolo a ke poine whanoa o e seniti. Neonga ngai holo ko ia, kana e whahapa me pot ngāwe, ke wika kei vai e pa anga Tonga, pehe ki whimaulahi Amerika e konga lahi e uta lolo a mamani ke nau ngahi ngāwe, e kei tu maupe ai e totongi o i koloa lolo ke mahina ti se maki tongani. Ai e kei tu maupe he pa anga e tolu senite taha nima ai pensini ki he lita, pa ngai ua senite whanoa e kalasini ki he lita, pea pa anga e tolu senite wanoa ai ti solo ki he lita. Lotonga ni o ku holo ai totongia o i kasa aki ai poine wanoa o i seniti. I hene pehe o pa anga e wha senite tau nima e kasa ki he kilo, pe koe pa anga ia ni maono senite nime nima ki he kilo e taha tolu. O kai foki ko ha mea fo ai whito aki ko eni i he totongi o koloa lolo, ke o hiok mātu unga ia me ngahi māketi whawaha pure anga, pea mi tua pure anga o kumai me iai ai koloa lolo, pea mo halanga waka o ene whanonga mai ki Tongani. Maa ngonga le te o me televisione Tonga, ko a vai whanua tō Paula.
Ke uhika e mahu inga ai Kava ki e tuku whakaholo a Tongani whanua mono kakai, ko ngā onua i e whāle whakatau mo mao Kava koe utu one Kava me kofi pā i mao whanga tuku atu nau ngahi koloa ino i hono tui whio aki ai Kava. Koe e whakaamu ke kei tau hi ai to loa, mo maho inga koe au e Kava ki he Tonga, pea ke toi to koni whoki ki hono whakapapau i e to onga mo uilelei i he tui ai kataha pisnisi koe ni o ki ai ai to koni e Kava ki he whātopo mo uilelei koe e sino e tangata. Ka koe whakaiki ki mo Betty Blake i lolahia.
Koe whale whakatau mo mao Kava koe ni o tuku atu ai ai kalaskehe o inu, ka o toi tānaki at ki ai pe filio i ki ai Kava, o a upe ki hono hui e niu mata, whakataha mo i Kava mata. I ono whakaike eke e hongongo ai le tio mo televisione Tonga, ai whakafofonga me he utu one, Kava mo i kofi pā, ne pehe ai e so se fo mai langi, koe konga eni e nau whenga ma ai langa whakalakalaka a Tongani ki e kaha u, i e nau whenga ki a whaunga fo ou e mana koa ai Kava o i kai ki he Tonga pe, ka kia tiki nau tolu kakai muli o nau ahia a Tongani. O kau ki hen mo e nau whenga ke whakaiwia ai ngahi koloa whakaloto whanua pe a Tongani, ke tokoni ki ono whakai ai mai ai ka wholau ewe ewa. Pehe e mai langi, ok lahi hono awe halai holo o pehe ok i kai whakatupu mo uilelei ai Kava. Ka kua nau os whakapapaui ok toi hokope ai Kava ko whaito o whakamo uilelei. I kai ngata i ka koe konga eni e nau whika amu, ke hoko ka whakataha anga ai whamili, tau te whito i e whanonga tu ke whaahi tau o Krismasi, ke whakasi isi e whanonga ke ngāhi whale hula hula, tau te whito ke tau tupu. Lo tonga eni ne tūpehe e mai langi, mahino pē ko tuko lahi taha o nau ngau e aki e kawa koe ka kaitangata, ka koe whaka amu ia e nau ngau e whaka business koe ni, ki ono tui whio pe whilio i ai kawa, ke oange hawhainga maari e ke kakai whiwhine, ke nau mau hainu o tui whio aki e kawa, kai whakasi isi ai manako ai kakai tonga, ke kawa mālohi. Ma ai ngongo ai le teo me television e tonga, ko au Betty Blake, ilo lahia.
Pea kua unuhi atu ai whiwhine ko ngā tonga nofonu o sila ko Indira Moala Stewart mi he kau whaiongongo iloa ana o sila, kene i kuna ai whaiongongo o i ta ope reporter of the year i he polokalama whaki pale eni ana o sila ma ai ngahi ngāwe televisoni. Ko e whakaiki iki mo Betty Blake ilo lahia.
I e whamatala ko tuku hake he ngahi kau taha o ngongo mei muli, koe makamai le mau inga eni ki a Moala Stewart i he mahino, koe fuafua toko taha ia mi he Pasifiki ke ne tataki e polokalama tali whehu i anu usila i he televisone, pēne toi kau i he toko ua lele i taha i he whau polokalama televisone i he tauni. Ko taha ene ngahi polokalama ne whakatotolo ki ai ki muini mai i he tauni, ko tala noa whikau aki me ngahi tō onga mo ui e whanau, o kunau tupu hake he ngahi whamili pe ātakai e kakai o kunau ngau e pōpula pe whaihia. Ko lai taha ene ngahi polokalama ngāwe, o ku mei ke whakatewhito i he tuulawea ngofua ai tūkui kolo, ko ngahi ngāwe e tokoni ki he whanua whakaluku fua me ngahi ngāwe e whakawhalei. Nā ne whakaloto lahi heni ki he tau tupu e Pasifiki mo Tongani, ke nau hū, pea manako ki he malae o mitia, mo i whai o ngongo, ke nau tataki ai mo oni i he ngahi kaweinga oku hoko i he society, kolo mo whanua whaluku fua. Ma ai o ngongo a le tio me televisone tonga, kauritea tau kapo.
O nea ngongo whakaloto whanua ia ke wani koe ngahi o ngongo me he malae o e sipoti hoko mai a mo piea o lie.
Malama tau ki whelonga ki koe wakai eni ki he malae o e sipoti. Na e tape vai hao i whiahi a kapuru unioni ai Ohio Paepoto, ka koe timi whanau taka mi homa, i takai hono ua i whiahi. Hiri ano tau whare ki nau toru he kauntoa, pia mei he Ohio Paepoto me angaha i he taulahi o aho ake kai, koe whātaha ki he tolua. Ko hono whapapau i eni ki he ngonga le teo mo television tonga he sea mo pai stene ko mit sporti ai Ohio Paepoto, pa tere tom are laka hiri e takai hono ua i he whiauhini. Neonga tui whoki mai koe ni whanau taka ke malu e hau e whiauhini, ka ana i kai ke tukulolo e whangalai one bea me he Ohio Paepoto, i hono tupangi laine tata o houma, ke puka e sea whikaua te pire laupoini ai Paul B. I taimna tau pena e whaha e Palestini, koe wikeni, e takai whakao sea e whiauhi, kai teu kotoa mai e ngahi te mi ki he kuanta whainolo, aia e toki whekarosi anki pēa ngō kulupuni, pe hoko teipe ki he semi mo e whainolo.
I hiri koe ne taka i hono ko pupi e kutaki mea taka mea kako poine hiwa ma hanga kei whikau e tōko taka ia whepa me ohai ko Paepoto tak poine nima whika wharewa e timi hau ko ia tau ko si koe whala taka ka uke iai pē nau rau ko ngau teleke maa opo e nau tuu o ia ki he hoko atu ai o toi pē vilo tō taha tō nako e ni hiri pe ko ia hu ko toa lewa ki he kuata.
Oku wahewahe ai ngai timi e walu ki he kulupu e ua koe Paul A. Uki ai fitu iuka mea, kolo maile i kāre o panga i mo wahe loto, Paul B. le ma koe tāki moe a kāhan toa koe taha kai a whe, moe o haiko Paepoto kai uma āwhoki ai hau whala o taka. Kai kehe oku teu mai mo ngāhi whiahui kehe ka awa e sumpa, net polo me ka pulu riki ke nau tātuku ai whiahui sipoti koe o Ohio Paepoto, me funga whanuami e ua i he wikilotu koe o e tau fo'ou.
Tau toi wakaiangi pehe ki ngahi olo i o ngongo. Ma o he kau polisi hasino o ha whiwhine kone o si mālolo i he e lia kolomotua e lia whitu uku ia hala o wawe a niawhi. Tui e supervisor whaiwhili o kuke iei peto o lahi hele sisi ta whili kona o si mālolo o kaunga ki he holo lahi ai peseti o he whili. Pea unuhi atu e whiwhine konga tonga na whanu usila ke nei kona ai whaiongongo o e tau i hapolo kalama whaaki pale anu usila. Mo e kakato e peia o e ngahi o ngongo mo e letio kai o maa e televisione tonga ki e houani mo e whakaamu ne o taki kotoa atu pia ki hoto whale kotoa. Kai malo e tau ke i whi au mai ka mō me a.
Good evening and welcome to your English news package with radio and television Tonga News for tonight. Making headlines, police are investigating the death of a woman whose body was discovered in the Kolomotua area yesterday. Tonga College Ducks for 2025 awarded to Pita Valentine Tabake of Veitongo and Hofoa. And newly opened Kava bar in Nuku'alofa aims to redefine the way Kava is enjoyed, introducing a modernized twist to the traditional drink. We'll have these and more stories coming up later on in this bulletin, as well as the latest in sports and the weather update to wrap up this hour's news package. Now for the news in detail, I'm Popua Aho. Police have launched an investigation after the body of a woman was discovered in a decomposed state in the Kolomotua area, with police appealing to the public for anyone with information to come forward.
The deceased was discovered yesterday near a waterhole behind a property in the Kolomotua area between Halaovave and Tufuenga, with authorities saying the condition of the body suggests she had been dead for several days. Speaking to Radio Tonga News this morning, the Deputy Police Commissioner, David Vailea, says the only information they have confirmed regarding the incident that she was a body of a woman, but police are continuing investigations to confirm the identity of the deceased and determine the circumstances surrounding her death. Vailea says one of their concerns is the rapid spread of information about the case on social media and has urged the public to show respect and refrain from sharing unverified or sensitive details online. As such, he reminds the public to respect the dignity of the deceased, especially in sensitive situations like this. Police says this is not the first body found in such a condition this year, but they are appealing to the public for any information that may help with their investigation. Vailea added that updates will be provided as the investigation continues. Vaifanato Paula reporting for Radio and Television Tonga News.
The Supervisor of Elections has confirmed what was already apparent from the announcement of the general election results on the evening of November 20th. Voter turnout continues to be on a downward trend. Only about 50% of registered voters cast a vote in last month's election, but there is no official data that can confirm the reasons behind this low turnout, although the continued decline of voter turnout in the past number of elections has the Electoral Commission concerned.
The Supervisor of Elections believes that the decrease in voter turnout can be attributed in part to delayed updates to the registration roll, such as removing names of deceased persons from the roll due to their death certificates not being received by the office. The Electoral Commission recorded only 50% of 64,707 overall registered voters participated in this election. Supervisor election, Vuki says Tongatapu has the lowest voter turnout with lower than 50%, while in the outer island more than 60% cast their vote in the election. In the election of 2010, there was a 91% voter turnout, with each election since continuing to show a decrease in voter turnout. The 2021 election recorded only 62% voter turnout, which was now only 50%. Vuki says they are looking into the matter, especially in improving the election process and the electoral roll registration process. The Electoral Commission is working together with the Registrar of Marriage, Births and Deaths to try and update their lists and ensure that those who have already passed away are removed from the election roll. However, they believe there is a possibility that some families do not bother to file death certificates of their deceased family members. So the Electoral Commission are now looking to re-register the whole population, essentially creating a new election roll in about 2 or 3 election cycles. Vuki says this lengthy timeline solution is a costly project, but that is what they are looking into to ensure the exact people who still are in Tonga for the voting and its accuracy.
The Tonga College top students for 2025, Pita Valentine Tavake of Veitongo and Hofoa, was awarded tax at the school's prize-giving ceremony this morning. The event held at the school's Lopaukamea Hall brought together the students, families and friends, and was supported by many ex-students of the college, financing several of the awards for the students' achievements, with Lotu Hateho, a stateholder of Hateho in which the school is located, presenting the awards as guest of honour.
Tonga College Atele has crowned its 2025 tax, awarding the prestigious honour to Pita Valentine Tavake of Veitongo and Hofoa Tongatapu. The announcement was made this afternoon during the school's annual prize-giving ceremony at Lopaukamea Hall. The event was marked by cheers, pride and overflowing joy as families, students and staff gathered to celebrate the academic and co-curricular excellence achievements of the college's top students. Tavake secured the tax title after excelling in 5 subjects, which were English, Physics, Chemistry, Calculus, and Information Technology. His outstanding performance placed him at the pinnacle of Tonga College's academic honours for the year. Manufili of Tofoa Tongatapu received the Proxim Accessit Award, while Aloteki Tovo of Fonoi Fuahapai secured 3rd place. Guest of Honour Noble Tuihateho commended the students for their dedication throughout the year, highlighting not only their academic success, but also their growth in social and personal development. He emphasized that the knowledge and values gained at Tonga College would serve as a foundation for their future contributions to the church, their families, and the nation. Tax recipient Pita Tavake expressed deep appreciation to the staff of Tonga College and their parents for their guidance and support, acknowledging that perseverance and endurance paved the way to hope and a brighter future. There is approximately 925 students enrolled at the school, ranging from Form 3 to Form 7, including TVET programs. Principal Oto'ota Tatafu praised the resilience of students and staff, noting that they had overcome challenges and obstacles throughout the year and emerged victorious. From Radio and Television Tonga News, I'm Betty Blake, Ilolahia.
The wholesale price of fuel is decreasing in December, but consumers won't see any change at the pumps as retail prices remain the same. This follows the Ministry of Trade and Economic Development's announcement of the new petroleum prices for December.
The petroleum prices for the month of December sees wholesale fuel prices dropped, with petrol down by just over 3 seniti per litre and kerosene falling by 72 seniti. Diesel also shows a decrease, dropping by 0.40 seniti, while biodiesel is down by 0.23 seniti. However, despite the wholesale reductions, the retail prices will stay the same. Official says Tonga's weak currency, combined with strong fuel demand in the United States, is keeping local fuel prices from falling in small island nations including Tonga. That means petrol remains at 3 pa'anga and 15 seniti per litre, kerosene at 2 pa'anga and 40 seniti, and diesel at 3 pa'anga and 20 seniti per litre. The gas prices are also seeing a slight drop in prices, with a 20 seniti decrease, meaning the LPG gas now sells for 4 pa'anga and 35 seniti per kilo, or that is 56 pa'anga for a 13 kilo cylinder. Vaifonatu Paula, reporting for Radio and Television Tonga News.
Utu'one Kava and Coffee Bar and Lounge, a Kava bar that has recently opened in Mount Whanga, is reshaping how kava is consumed. Sosefo Mailangi, who helps run the bar, hopes this new venture will reintroduce this traditional drink in a more modernized style for more people to enjoy.
The Kava bar positions itself as a cultural evolution, giving kava a modern environment. Showcasing their vision, the Kava bar offers a variety of Kava-infused mocktails and Kava shots, each beverage describing its ingredients. In an interview with Radio and Television Tonga News, Representative Sosefo Mailangi emphasizes the Kava's bar's mission to help correct the widely spread misconception regarding Kava's health impact. He noted that Eua-grown Kava currently serves as the bar's primary source due to its best purity, together with other local sources promoting the industry.
We're trying to make Kava approachable, really, by embracing the idea of mocktails and shots. And our elemental parts of every Kava is our mix. We have Kava Mata, which is the green Kava, which is many of other islands in the Pacific, Micronesia and Vanuatu, they drink it green. Kava is a health plant. It's not what is being accused to be. Kava as a plant is a family of the pepper trees. So it's essentially a spice. In the traditional Tongan way back then, they use it in the Tamafa Kava and such circles, to have the Kava prior to the serious conversation or negotiations. It's simply because it calms the mind, it calms the body, and it's the biological receptors that Kava has. Mind you, Kava produces a compound called kavalectones, and there are 5 major receptors that connects to our biology. And it's important that we address that, and we go back to what Kava was. Depending on where Kava is from, because of the compound, there's concentration on different, like 5 parts of the compound, kavalectone. And depending on what the concentration level is, dictates how the biology would be. For example, the Kava from Vava'u is quite different from the Kava from Eua. And its effect that you may hear from people is differ, but literally the Kava from Vava'u is more on the nervous system, and the Kava from Eua affects more on the muscular system, and so the way your body feels it is a little different. You can have practically Kava from Vava'u, you can have it all day, during the day, because it does help with anxiety, it does lower your cortisol, whereas the Kava from Eua heals the body recovery. If you do a hardcore training and you have some Kava, it helps your recovery. So essentially, it's a holistic healing plant when used appropriately.
Sosefo also highlighted that education remains the heart of the project, hoping to redefine community participation, bringing families together. He added that traditionally in Tonga, women are discouraged from drinking Kava, despite making up half of the population. The new Tongan-owned Kava bar breaks barriers, bringing in more young women, seeking a welcoming environment where they can enjoy a taste of Kava.
From an economical perspective, we want to localize all the sources. Not only that we want to create standards for vendors to adhere to, so that when you come in here, you have the same experience every time if you order the same thing. It should not be different unless it's obviously seasonal, the fruits are seasonal. But economically, we want to support the local suppliers and teach them how to create standards for their own products. So then when we order, we're all in agreement. Health, I think it's going to be quite an impact. We're minimizing the sugar added to any of the mocktails and using natural sweeteners from the fruits that are locally grown. And if you look at how we consume Kava now, by consumption only, we spend way too much time sitting around drinking Kava for hours on end, and we lack sleep from that purpose. But in this context, in this environment, you're encouraged to come and enjoy Kava for a couple of hours and then go home to your family, or take a lunch with your professional friends and family and come here. We encourage kids, family to come here. Yeah. The one that seems to be hitting the most is our Gola Burst. It is the traditional Kava with a spike of honey. We're trying to source that. If you know someone, we want to have a local source for the honey at the moment. And some Tongan money twist and a little bit of shot of it, I think. Because it brings the sweetness out, but still elevating the kava itself. So everything we're putting in is supposed to elevate that taste.
Fan favorite is the kava mata with new mata, clean green kava paired with coconut water, the healthiest option, as coconut water hydrates and kava relaxes. The founders of this locally owned kava bar are originally from Vava'o. Speaking for Radio and Television Tonga News, I'm Agnes Wamboa.
And a Tongan Fijian New Zealand journalist and documentary maker Indira Moala Stewart has been awarded the 2025 Reporter of the Year at the New Zealand Screen Awards. This success adds to a landmark year in which she also became the first Pacific person to host Television New Zealand's Q&A program and secured 2 finalist spots in the Best Long-Form Documentary category at the 2025 Voyager Media Awards.
Indira Moala Stewart is a New Zealand journalist of Tongan and Fijian descent. Being awarded Reporter of the Year recognizes her impactful work, which consists of long-form investigations, including stories on children of prisoners and grassroots fight club culture. Many of her projects focus on vulnerable communities and have contributed to wider public discussions and legal advocacy efforts. She credits early opportunities in Pacifica media and the visibility of Pacific women writers as turning points in her career. She encourages the youth of the Pacific aspiring to enter media to lead with integrity and remain grounded in their communities. Her latest documentary, part of the Backyard Gang War series, is available on television in New Zealand Plus. Speaking for Radio and Television Tonga News, I'm Agnes Wamboa.
That was the latest from the local scene with Radio and Television Tonga News. After this break, we'll join Pia Odia for the latest in sports.
Welcome back in sports. The defending champions of the Ohio Payapoto Rugby Tournament in Ewa, Fala Otaka, have failed to defend their title after going down 41-32 to Wangaha in the second round last Saturday. Tournament Committee President Father Tom'ale Lakalaka confirmed the results to Radio and Television Tonga Sports News this morning. Fala Otaka missed the first round and their return was a tough one as Wangaha dominated with multiple tries and bonus points. Wangaha now sits in second place on the Pool B standings while the champions fall to the bottom. And this week will be the final round of the round-robin stage before quarterfinals begin next week. Father Lakalaka acknowledged the strong support from players across Ewa and from other islands. Netball and Rugby League will also commence in the final weeks of the rugby union season.
That wraps up this hour's news package with Radio and Television Tonga News. But before we part, here's a final look at tonight's top stories. Police are investigating the death of a woman whose body was discovered in the Kolomotua area yesterday. Tonga College Ducks for 2025 awarded to Pita Valentine Tavake of Veitongo and Hofoa. And newly opened Kava bar in Nuku'alofa aims to redefine the way kava is enjoyed, introducing a modernized twist to the traditional drink. And that was the news for tonight. Thank you for joining us. Have a good evening.